When this next story broke last week, it had many of us Googling for more information. You got to watch this.
Michelle Wilkins went to this house 7 months pregnant. Police say she responded to an ad on Craigslist for baby clothes.
She cut me.
Who cut you?
Downstairs. I don't know.
What did she cut you with?
A knife. I'm pregnant. She got me in my stomach.
Her baby had been cut out of her.
Yet when the victim arrived to the hospital, so did her unborn child.
At the same time, another female showed up at the hospital, age 34, with a deceased baby.
Police say the 34-year-old suspect claimed the baby as her own, saying she had a miscarriage.
Just an unbelievable story. Now we have an update to share. The suspect, Dynell Lane, will not be charged with murder. The reaction on Twitter and Facebook, understandably for the most part, has been utter shock. Michael, civil rights. This shows our justice system is a disgrace. She took a living baby from the mother's stomach. If that is not murder, then I don't understand. To help us understand this more, HLN legal analyst Joey Jackson and Dr. Charles Sophie is back with us. He's a psychiatrist. Joey, let's start with you. This mother was in her third trimester, Joey. Why do you think there's no murder charge?
Well, Yasmin, good afternoon. What happens is it comes down to Colorado law. And what happens is this. It says that in order for it to be murder, it has to be a living human being, a person, and it's a fetus. So the law is unclear as to how long the fetus has to sustain itself. Remember this. A witness in the case, who was the defendant's husband, said that he observed the child taking a breath. Is that enough for the law to classify the fetus as a person? Now, what the district attorney could do, to be fair, Yasmin, is charge the murder. I think the concern is that the defense attorneys would make a motion to dismiss, saying under the law, it's not the fetus is not viable, is not human, and therefore you cannot sustain that charge. And that's the fear. And finally, what has to happen moving forward is there needs to be a legislative solution. What do I mean? The legislature has to classify what the meaning is so that hopefully there is no future reference, but should something like this occur again, there could be accountability without any legal question as to whether or not that fetus is a human being.
I think it's important to note, though, there are many children that have survived and that were born at 7 months, especially once you're in the third trimester. They believe babies can survive. Dr. Sophie, we don't know exactly what motivated Lane to do such an unspeakable thing, luring this mother to her apartment, cutting a baby out of her belly. It seems so incredulous to me, just even explaining this story to you. What is your hunch here? What could motivate someone to do something so unspeakable?
Well, clearly, as you said, this is unspeakable behavior. What it's motivated by could be a severe mental illness, delusional, but it also could be the extent and the aftermath of drugs or alcohol, if someone's on drugs, coming off of drugs. So we really don't know, but the one thing we can say is that this person was not in their clear state of mind.